got to do something real quick because I've been waiting for somebody to ask me. Nobody's asked me, and that's fine. I don't give a shit. You up here and sit down there. Reverend Bob, that's me, and it's the truth. Y'all didn't believe this shit, but I was ordained a reverend in the Universal Life Church, March 25th, 1996. Hallelujah. Yeah, ooh, that's right. It's the first church of goddamn reality. You can't follow that, I can't help you. If God didn't want me to give you reality, hell, I'd probably be a deaf mute. Ain't much I can do about that. You know what I'm saying? I figured, hell, Jimmy Swagger get away with it, why not me? You know, Brother Jimmy out there, y'all remember Brother Jimmy? Brother Jimmy went out there and got in a room, got a prostitute, and didn't fuck her. Brother Jimmy sat in a chair and watched a prostitute play with herself. Brother Jimmy got up in front of all these people on TV and collected money out the ass. And then he left the TV studio and went to watch a woman play with a pussy. Brother Jimmy, do it. I can do it. I don't want no money, just give me the pussy. You see what I'm saying? I don't even want your money, just bring me your women. I don't get it. You know, you gotta respect Brother Jimmy's smart. Because you can't get out here today and do this shit. You know, y'all remember the sexual revolution? You old enough. I know you're pretty late, but you're old enough, aren't you? You remember that sexual revolution shit? You remember when that was going? You don't remember that? Oh, come on now. I ain't even gonna ask you how old you are, because I know we're gonna be pissed when you do that. I see, how old are you? And now you're fucking dead. You don't need to know how old I am. Yeah, I do need to know how old you are. I want to know what level of experience you have. If I try to hook your ass up here on a chandelier and spin you around like an airplane propeller, I don't want you to give me any shit. You get one of them women, yeah, you get one of them young women, you gotta watch them young, because a young woman, you took her down on a young woman and she's looking at you going, where are you going? Well, either that or they sit there and go, are you done yet? So you got to know about this. Really, see, I remember, I was the sexual revolution. You understand what I'm saying? I was alive, and I went to Vietnam in 1967, learned everything I need to know about sex. First you fuck them, then you kill them. That's pretty much it. Vietnam, I came home, tried that shit. When we got mad, I couldn't figure out in 6 years I couldn't get laid. I fuck them, take out the gun, and wait a minute. Went to Vietnam, I was innocent. I was sweet, young, didn't know my ass from a mailbox. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know shit. 17 years old, went to Marine Corps, graduated boot camp when I was 18, and shipped my ass off to Vietnam. I was 18 years and 1 month old. Went to Vietnam. First goddamn month in Vietnam, I'm out in the bush, in the jungle. How many got any vets here? Anybody from Vietnam? Y'all know that shit. I'm in the bush. Y'all remember that rice paddy? Both remember that rice paddy? Wasn't that a fucking party? I'm in a rice paddy. God's honest truth, I'm walking point. For those of you that don't know, the point man's the guy that's way out front. That's the dumbass. That's the new guy. They say, oh, we're going to let you go out there by yourself. Just walk on out front. They put a bullseye on your back so motherfuckers shoot you out of the trees and shit. You know, and you're out there John leaning, you know, you're going through the wood, got the back piece over your shoulder, your helmet tilted back. I come on this rice paddy, God's honest truth, woman's pregnant. Vietnamese woman, knocked up higher than a Georgia pine, laying on her back, legs spread wide open. I'm 18 years old. I just learned how to kiss a pussy. I don't know how to operate one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to make it. What, you're looking at that and it was growing. Guys, if you have never been in the delivery room when a woman is having a baby, don't do it. Because your life will never be the same. Ever again. The woman, you'll go in there, and then 6 months later, the kid's born, and you're thinking, oh, I can get in there, I'm going to kiss that pussy tonight, finally, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to go in there, and I walk in the bedroom, and she spread her legs like this, and she said, here, baby, I looked at that, and all I could see was my kid's head coming out. I can't kiss that. I can't do it. Oh, shit. It will freak you out. This woman's laying in a rice paddy, got her leg, and I don't know nothing, and I don't know any Vietnamese. I haven't been here a month. And this woman is hollering one month fondue or some shit. I don't know what's going on. But I'm going to try to help because I'm a good Marine. And I'm a sensitive. Don't you like sensitive men? All women love sensitive men. I'm a sensitive man. Because I'm laying here, I'm in the jungle. I'm in a rice paddy up to my ass in water. This woman's giving birth, and I'm thinking to myself, this is Vietnam. Death all around, people dying, guns going off, bombs and all kinds of misery and shit. And here's a new light coming into the world. And I'm going to help her. I get down there on my knees, and she spread them legs, and she starts screaming. The minute I get down on my knees, she starts screaming at the top of her lungs. My wife undo or some shit, same thing, over and over and over. I don't know what the fuck she's saying. I'm saying, breathe, lady. I saw this on Dr. Kildare. Breathe, lady, breathe, breathe, push, do something. I can't operate this thing. I don't have a manual. I don't know what the hell's going on. All of a sudden, and I'm in the middle of the jungle now, there's people trying to kill my ass. And I see what looks like a helmet. And it's coming out of this pussy. And it's about that big around, like that, and it's coming out. Now you gotta know the Vietnamese were very tricky people. So I thought maybe they hit something in there. I started creeping, you know what I'm saying? I'm backing up going, whoa, wait a minute, I'm reaching for the gun. And she's still hollering, my wife won't do or something, And I got the face and the nose, and I figured it was cool. He couldn't be armed. I know they ain't that goddamn tricky, you know what I'm saying? You do a lot of shit, but you can't arm that motherfucker before he gets out of there. And when it was all over, the baby was born. Got some medics in there on the helicopter. They got the mama, they got the baby, they put them on the helicopter. Wonderful story, end of the story. And I'm thinking to myself, war, people dying, I just help bring new life into this world. It's such a wonderful thing. And I walk up to one guy who's been there for a while, and I said, listen, the whole goddamn time this is going on, this woman's hollering, my wife won't do or some shit. It must be something really neat. And this is such an emotional experience for me. I need to know what she was saying. And he looked at me and he smiled and he said, well, loosely translated, she was trying to tell you you were kneeling on her fucking foot. So much for sensitivity. I walk away from that one going, fuck you, baby. I don't need it. But with all our computer people, man, isn't this a wild age we're getting into with all the computers? Everybody in the wild, they all got computers and the internet and all this kind of shit. Everything's computerized. Anybody bought a new car like me? Nobody bought a brand new car. Let me hit you in for a ride there. Went out last week looking at new cars. Went down to the dealership. Guy put me in a car, so I'm going to take you for a ride. I said, okay, man, let's go. So I'm driving the car. We're driving out on the interstate. He says, this car is entirely computer controlled. You tell that thing adjust the left-hand mirror 2 inches. Just say it. Excuse me, voice activated. So you burn the fucker and it tells you excuse you. Anyway, I said, just the left mirror 3 inches, and the computer said, and this nice female voice, it said, yes, sir, and the mirror moved. I said, God damn, that's cool. He said, even the radio is voice controlled. I said, you shitting me? He said, no. He said, what kind of music you like? Like country? I said, oh. He said, name some country. He said, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings. I said, Willie Nelson. Goddamn radio said, yes, sir. I started playing Willie Nelson. I said, damn, I like that. Got a little bit more down the road, and I thought to myself, let's give this a shot. I said, radio? He said, yes. I said, give me a rock and roll. Who would you like? Oh, Aerosmith. Boom. I'm listening to Aerosmith. And I'm thinking, this is really cool. Getting down off the interstate, we're going back to the car lot, and the guy cut me off. And being a normal American male, I rolled down like a computer roll the window down. Window rolled down. I stuck my head in the window and said, you fucking idiot! The computer said, would you like a speech by Bob Dole or New Gingrich? Computer. Bob Dole, holy shit. I'm gonna piss somebody off. Got any Republicans out here? Go ahead. I want to see somebody brave enough to admit. Yeah, you gonna vote for Bob Dole? I ain't voting for Clinton. You gonna vote for Bob Dole? Let me explain something to you. I've been thinking about this, and I've got to do this. I don't know how funny this is going to be, but I want y'all to understand something. Y'all about this gas tax, the price of gas right now, what's it going for? $1.22? $1.23 a gallon, somewhere around there? Let me throw something at you here, just for you to think about and contemplate a little bit. Now, I want you to know what an asshole Bob Dole is. I don't know that Bill is such a great guy, you understand? But Dole is an asshole. We got $1.23 a gallon gas. about those Republicans. Who do Republicans love? Money people. Ain't they for the big money people? Ain't that right? Typically the Democrats are like the little poor guys, and the Republicans, they're the oil rich motherfuckers and all them goddamn people out there. So Bob Dole is out here right away, jumps up and says, you know, it went from $1.02 to $1.23 because Bill Clinton had a 4.5-cent gas tax. Somebody want to show me this? Somebody explain to me how a 4.5-cent Democratic gas tax amounted to $1.23 a gallon when it used to be $1.02. Now this is me, or is Bob Dole blowing smoke up everybody's ass? Yeah, right? Thank you. I'm glad somebody agrees. You got it. Bob Dole is a shithead. And number two, Bob Dole's a veteran, and I appreciate any veteran because I've been there and I've done that and I got the t-shirt. Okay? So I appreciate any veteran. Veterans are cool.
Are you waiting on a hat?
And ma'am, a hat?
Yes.
What kind of hat?
The one that says you did.
I did it? Honey, I've done things you ever dreamed of. You know what I mean? And they don't make a hat for that. Bob Dole has a bad arm. Y'all know that? The right arm? Evidently World War II or somewhere along, yeah, he's kind of, you know, so the guy's left, you know, he's got this thing hanging, and that's okay, you know, but I got to tell you something. I don't trust one-handed people. And I don't want a president sitting behind a desk, go to reach for that button and get a cramp in a good one. You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing I want is this guy sitting there going, well, I tried to reach for it with my elbow and I couldn't get my hand up there. Couldn't make that motherfucker work. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Now, people want to bust Bill Clinton's balls because Bill Clinton's out here, and maybe Bill tapped a couple of strange things. Okay? Could be Bill just patted this woman on the ass in Arkansas when he was a governor. Give me a fucking break. How many of you people want a robot for a president? Y'all want a robot? Y'all want a saint for a president? If you find a saint, you bring him up here on the stage. I'll burn his ass. There ain't no saints in this world. Everybody's doing something stupid. Jimmy Carter had the balls to jump up and say, at least in his brain, he was mind-fucking people. Okay? That took balls on Jimmy Carter's part. Jimmy Carter get up there and say, oh yeah, I saw that ass and thought, boy, what a ride that would be. You know? That's cool. Bill Clinton, I want a human being up here. Y'all know what this is? What is that? No, that's masturbation. You know what this is? That's a blind date. You know what this is? That's a fucking orgy. I want a man in the White House who can do the orgy. You see what I'm saying? One-handed people don't belong in the White House. That's enough of my political shit. I ain't gonna do that anymore. I want to talk about where's all my sex people? I know everybody likes sex. How many of you like sex? All my drinkers. Everybody that drinks, raise your hand. Everybody that drinks that has sex, raise your hand. Oh, goddamn, look at that. Everybody's up there. Everybody that gets absolutely sloppy, knocked down, bow-legged folk, just blind drunk and has sex, raise your hand. Put your hand up, Rosie. Come on, baby. Everybody got legs clear up to their goddamn ears, got to get blind drunk and get knocked up once in a while. Shit. You can't have legs like that and not fuck like a wild woman. You kidding me? Don't bullshit me. You want in jungle sex, motherfuckers. Well, it ain't business, baby. That's just natural stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, both up here talking about black people and white people. I heard talk about that earlier. And I want y'all to know that the last thing I've ever been accused of is being a racist. I think people and folks is folks. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a shit where you come from, what color you are. You can be a good person. You can be an asshole. You know, you can be a black asshole, a white asshole. We make you pink asshole if you like. I don't really care. You know, none of that makes any difference to me. I was a freelance photojournalist for 17 years. I dated women from all over this planet. Black, white, red, yellow. I tried for a couple of green ones, but I found out later they were dead. And it didn't work out. So, but you know, you get around, you know, when I was in the sexual revolution, I mean, we didn't have to worry about this shit. You know what was bad? I want to tell you what's really strange in perspective. When I was a kid, and the sexual revolution was really like moving along, we were fucking everything that moved. We were fucking things that didn't move. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple of things we experimented with. You know, what's the peel of the banana? Eat the banana, put the peel back together, give it a whirl. Because you didn't know, you know, and you couldn't catch nothing. The worst thing, and I remember being 20 years old, and honest to God, I admit this on stage, I'll admit it on TV, I'll admit there's a camera out there, I'll admit this anywhere. I got a dose of the clap when I was 21 years old, and it pissed me off. I mean, made me so mad. And y'all don't know because women don't follow. You have to see a man in the bathroom who had gonorrhea for the first time in his life take a piss. Yeah, let me listen to the guy. Every guy in the room just went, ah, shit. Because you're standing there and you got Wee Willie out and you're just, you go take that piss. And the voice of God comes down. And the voice of God says, gotcha. And it burns from the end back. And when you're done, your asshole's smoking. And you know urinals with the little metal thing? It's all manual and got fingerprints and it's all bent up. And you're walking out of the bedroom in a public joint going, it hurts so bad. And the only thing you can think of is the bitch she gave this shit to you. And if you're lucky, you can pinpoint her. Because there were a few nights when I had to make a group call. Say, girls, they may be too goddamn popular. But you know, and that pissed me off. Now today, you can't, guys go to the doctor, and they go to the doctor and say, doc, something's, and the doc looks and he says, you got gonorrhea. And you're going, oh, thank you. I'm so glad. Neil, oh yeah, hit me with that motherfucker. You're glad to have gonorrhea now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's nothing. Who gives a shit? Because better have your dick fall off. You know what I'm saying? There was a guy went to Chinatown. Y'all know about the guy went to Chinatown? What about went to Chinatown? Got Chinese pussy. Went home for 2 weeks later. They started turning all kinds of fun colors and shit. Black and green, yellow, and oh, it was a mess. And he freaked out, went to the doctor, said, Doc, Doctor this, we're going to have to amputate that. I said, oh shit. Oh no. So the guy says, I got to have a second opinion. So he goes to another doctor, he whips it out, he says, come on, Doc, help me out here. He says, we're going to have to amputate that. I goes down to a bar and he's telling the bartender, I'm sitting in the bar, I'm listening to the guy. He's telling the bartender, I'm in Chinatown, black, green, jumping off, oh shit. And the bartender says, Chinatown. Chinese pussy. Go find a Chinese doctor. I know a Chinese doctor. Dr. Woo Woo. You go to Dr. Woo Woo. So the guy goes to Dr. Woo Woo. So Dr. Woo Woo, look here. What we got? Don't want to chop it off. Help me out. Dr. Woo Woo looked at that thing and said, oh, I know a problem here. We don't have to chop off that. No problem whatsoever. Oh, Doc, it's great, it's wonderful, it's terrific. What am I going to do? He said, oh, you go wait about 2 weeks, I'll fucking fall off all myself. My name's Bob Crawford, you guys have been a lot of fun. Enjoy the rest of your night. Take care of the waitresses. How about these comments? Oh, wait,